So guys, Google has seriously upgraded Google Stitch and the improvements are on another level. When it comes to designing things online, Stitch is becoming one of the most powerful AI tools out there. And I'm not talking about basic graphic designs. I'm talking about designing full web app interfaces that can actually be monetized as long as you know exactly what you're doing, because at the end of the day, if you want to be able to launch a high level digital product, it all starts off with the design. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is show you exactly how you can use Google Stitch when it comes to designing a web app that has real monetization potential. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how to use Stitch properly to turn your simple idea into a structured, professional web app design that can be turned into something real. So to find Google Stitch, what you're going to do is go over to stitch.with.google. That's the interface. And as I just mentioned in the intro, Stitch isn't something that you're going to use when it comes to being able to build something that's going to be fully functional. Yes, they've made some upgrades to it where you're able to test your designs directly in the platform, but you're essentially going to use it when it comes to creating a design. The reason why this is helpful is because a lot of us have a concept of what we want to build, but we're not really sure of exactly how to build it. There's a lot of confusion as to how it's going to look, how it's going to function, how many pages should it have, what's the color scheme going to be. There's so many different things to think about, especially if you're a complete beginner. And the fact that we can use this design tool for completely free is also mind-blowing, because back in the day, I would say a year ago, 2 years ago, you would have had to have gone onto a website like Fiverr, find a designer, pay them maybe thousands of dollars, and then from there, you're now going to waste a lot of time trying to go back and forth. But with this, you're going to be able to enter simple prompts and it's going to come back with designs. And if you want to make changes to it, you're going to be able to easily do it. So as we can see on the interface, it's super straightforward. You can either design a mobile application. You can also design a web application. If we come over here, you're going to be able to select the model that you want to use. Today, I'm going to go with Gemini 3.1 Pro. You can also select the color scheme as well over here, but I'm going to leave it on default. And I'd say for the most part, those are the key things that you need to know. So of course, you're going to need to enter the details of what you want to build. Now you can enter what you want to enter here for whatever you're thinking about building. But if you want to do things a little bit more structured, I would advise going over to Digital Maker AI. Because first and foremost, with Digital Maker AI, you're going to be able to use it when it comes to getting an idea of something that you can build that has a high traffic potential. And this step is even more so important for those of you that don't have any idea as to what you want to build. Because the way that this works is that you can use the chat feature. The chat feature is very similar to Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude. You can use it like a regular AI tool, but the difference is it's going to be centered around digital products. And of course, a web app is a high level digital product. So you're going to be able to use it for that as well. And I'm going to keep it simple today. I'm going to be using the highest model, which is plus 5.0. And I'm just going to enter this prompt. All this says is give me 10 simple ideas for a web app that I can build that is highly searched for and has the potential to do well with organic Instagram content, as well as if I ran an ad, a low budget ad using Meta. So you can change this up in any way that you want. If you wanted to come back with 5 ideas, 20 ideas, 50 ideas, 100 ideas, you're going to be able to do that. If you want to use a different traffic method, you're also going to be able to search for that as well. Today, I'm just going to be using Instagram as well as Facebook ads. So I'm just going to click on search. And straight away, as you guys can see, it's instantly come back with all of these different ideas. We've got this AI meal planner. We've also got wedding budget calculator, home workout plan generator, Instagram caption generator, so on and so forth. So again, this is definitely a helpful step, because if you're confused as to what you even want to do, this can definitely spark some inspiration. Because what I can now do is, let's say, take this one, which is this meal planner, then go over to Google Trends and see if people are actually searching for it. And as we can see, worldwide, ever since 2004 to present day, I would say more so in recent times in 2025, we can see there's been a massive spike in terms of the amount of people that maybe want to pay for this particular app. So in terms of organic interest, that's definitely there. But if I want to see if maybe people are running Meta ads, I can just go over to the ad library within Digital Maker AI, just paste meal planner app in there just like that. Leave it on the UK for now and then click on search. And what this feature is going to do is come back with all of these different ads that people are running right now to all of these different products and services. But if I just scroll down over here, let me click on load more results. It's going to give us more ads that we can look at. So there's this one over here that stood out to me. It was started over a month ago. It's a simple image ad, but if I just click on learn more, the reason why this is interesting is because this is a very simplistic web app that can be built with the help of Google Stitch as well as some other AI tools. And the person that's running this app has probably caught on to the fact that a lot of people are searching for this, and that's the reason why they're already running a meta ad. So yeah, in this video, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be building an AI meal planner app. I want to walk you through all of the steps, a lot of the key things that you need to be aware of, so that hopefully by the end of this video, you will know exactly what you need to do yourself when it comes to not only building an app, not only making it fully functional, but also some key tips that you can use when it comes to getting traffic. And we're going to go back over to Stitch in a moment, but what we need to do is get the prompt. So I'm just going to click on Google Stitch within the prompt builder. And as we can see, it's going to take us through 5 different questions. The first question is, what do you want to design? So of course, it's going to be a web app. What will your app or website do? I'm going to say that it's going to be an AI meal planner. People will be able to answer a few questions about their current weight, ideal weight, height, meal preferences, so on and so forth. And then from there, it's going to use AI when it comes to giving us a complete meal plan. So let's click on next. For this, I'm going to say that I want to use a subscription model. And in terms of how you can monetize an app like this, as you can see, we've got direct pricing, we've got AdSense, we've got product CTA, whether you want to sell digital products, maybe affiliate link, and you can also charge on a monthly basis. So I'm just going to go with the subscription model. And for any additional information about the monetization strategy, I'm just going to say free pricing tiers. And what color scheme do I want for my design? I'm going to go with nature and organic and then click on generate prompt. Okay, there we go. So I've now got the Google Stitch prompt. I'm going to be able to copy it just like this. Go over to Google Stitch, paste everything in there just like that. Make sure that I'm on the latest model. In this case, it's 3.1 Pro, and then click on enter. And the good thing about using 3.1 Pro is that it's really quick when it comes to doing this. So it shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. But there we have it, guys. It's now come back with all of these different designs for all of the pages that's going to go into this web app. We've got the home page and landing page over here. It's done it in a way where I'm going to be able to see exactly what it's going to look like if someone scrolls through. Same thing goes with all of the other pages, e.g. the dashboard, as well as the monetization screen, and just all of the screens that the user is going to see as they are using it. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward when it comes to using it. I just thought I'd show you this because this is definitely helpful, and it's going to remove any potential roadblocks or obstacles when it comes to building a web app, because most people end up getting stuck at the design stage. Stitch is also really good because let's say if you don't like any of these different designs, you're going to be able to get variants by clicking on generate. If you want to get 4 different images for, let's say, the homepage, you're going to be able to do that, refine it, give some custom instructions, maybe say that you want to change the images, the layout, whatever it is, and it's going to come back with different designs. But I would say the key way that Stitch has upgraded recently is the fact that you can now test and click directly into the prototype just to kind of see exactly how the navigation works before you go away and start building it. For example, if I click into this one, I'm going to come over here to where it says generate, and I'm going to generate an instant prototype. And right there, it's now building out the prototype screen. So it shouldn't take more than a few seconds. Okay, there we go. So with this, I'm now going to be able to click into any of these different things. I'm going to be able to scroll through. I'm going to be able to just get a general idea as to how it works. And if I want to change anything when it comes to the functionality of it, I'm going to be able to easily do it. But for the most part, I would say that those are the key things that you need to know about Google Stitch. There's some other things, and I do have another video coming out real soon where I'm going to be able to spend a little bit more time going through the fine details. But for now, I would say that those are the key things that you need to know. But when it comes to turning your design into a real app that you can monetize, the way that that works is that once you're happy with your designs, you're going to be able to now highlight them just like this, and then click on export. Come over here to where it says export as a zip file, and then it should come back with something that looks similar to this. Now within each of these different folders, it's going to have the image for what you just made in Google Stitch. So if I just click into this, as you can see, this is the home page, and it's also going to have the HTML code as well. And once you do have these images, what you now need to do is go over to this tool called Horizons, where you're going to be able to turn it into a reality where it's going to be able to function, and you're going to be able to integrate various different things into it so that you can start earning from it. So literally all you need to do is something similar to this, just drag and drop all of the different images and then type in a simple prompt. I'm just going to tell Horizons to build this app using these images and then click on enter. And what you should see is something similar that's on the screen. So it's going to start coding everything out. So this is something I actually previously done already, but as you can see, it's going through the entire process. Now, for those of you that's not really sure of exactly what Horizons is, it's very similar to the Google AI Studio. I would say similar to Lovable, Anti-Gravity in the way that you can build apps, you can build websites, and you're going to have an AI assistant on the left-hand side. Anything you want to do, any type of coding you want to do, all you need to do is enter your request and it's going to be able to action it. Now, most of you are probably thinking, Sam, Google Stitch is directly connected to the Google AI Studio. So why wouldn't I just use the AI Studio when it comes to building my app? Now, you can definitely do that if you want. It all comes down to preference. For me personally, I like to use Horizons because I would say that it's a little bit more user friendly. There's certain things that they've done when it comes to making it a little bit more simple. And I'm talking about things like making sure that your website is live, making sure that you've got a custom domain, also making sure that your app is being hosted in the best possible way, and just making sure that you've got the back end database all set up with your AI integrations as well as your database. I don't want to overwhelm you because I'm sure most of you that are watching this right now are complete beginners, but Horizons, I would say, is definitely worth checking out because of the ease and the simplicity of use. And here we have it. It's now come back with the first draft of the web app. So I would say so far it looks really good. If we just scroll down on the home page, this is it right here. Okay, not too bad. If I click on meal plans, as you can see, I'm already logged in. So I'm going to be able to use it, enter my weight, my height, all of this information. I would say for the most part, Horizons has definitely done a good job of looking at the images and building something very similar. And it goes without saying that you are going to need to go through the app that you've built, make sure that you're completely happy with it, make any changes to it. This could be done by either doing it manually. If I just click on edit content, as you can see, you can make adjustments directly on the app. But if you want to go into the actual code, you can do that. So Horizons, yes, you can use the AI tool when it comes to having a conversation. But if you're someone that's proficient in making adjustments yourself, you're going to be able to easily do that. As you can see, we've got all of the lines of code in here that you can make adjustments to. So just make sure that before you make your website go live, which you can do by clicking on publish, you just go through everything, make sure that you're happy with it. Also make sure that you've integrated what you do need to integrate into the back end. If you've got any AI tools, you need to click on data. You're going to be able to get your API key and make sure that you set everything up. But I do also have another detailed video coming out real soon as to how you need to use Horizons from start to finish. So if you want me to speed up the process of releasing that video, just put in the comments down below, do the Horizons video as well as your specific location, and I'll be sure to get onto it as soon as possible. But once you've made the app go live, you've set up your custom domain, which you can get for free, by the way, if you do use Horizons. I'm going to leave a link to them in my description down below. The next thing to think about is how you're going to get potential traffic. Now, there's a number of different ways that you can do this, but it all comes down to organic or paid content. Now, one interesting thing about this app over here, Digital Maker AI, is that you can use it when it comes to creating the content using AI. And what I mean by that is if I click into Video Maker, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Very straightforward when it comes to just entering what type of video you want to make, and it's going to be able to do it within a couple minutes. So if I wanted to create a video that I could use for maybe meta ads or even organic Instagram content, I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm going to quickly type in the description of my video. What I'm going to say is I want the video to show a healthy woman in gym wear in a modern kitchen eating a bowl of salad with a laptop opened with my meal planner app on the screen. And I've told Digital Maker AI to use the attached image. And I've also told it to pan out from the laptop to show the happy woman as well as the entire kitchen. And I want it to use a narration for a meta ad. Now, the reason why I read all of that out is because I want you guys to understand that if you're going to use this tool, you need to make sure that you're as specific as possible when it comes to the video that you want to make. If you don't do that, it's not going to come back with the best video. So the next thing is the duration. So what I'm going to do is leave it on 10 seconds. I'll say that's more than enough. And in terms of the aspect ratio, I'm going to select portrait for mobile phones. Even though realistically I should select landscape because the app is going to be for people that are going to use it on their desktop. But for the sake of this video, we're going to select portrait. And then finally, you just need to give the reference image that's going to be inserted into the AI video. So what I'm going to do is just drag and drop it in there just like this. And just so that you know, I'm using the image that I got from Google Stitch. That's also the image that's on the dashboard on the app that I built with Horizons. So that's what I'm doing right there. I'm going to add an AI voiceover. The AI voice is going to be this one. There's so many different options, but let's go with Nova, which is an energetic female, because it's all about meal planning. There's a woman in the video. It only makes sense. I'm going to click on add voiceover. That is the delivery style. And then I'm going to click on generate video plus voiceover. And there we go. It's now started the process of generating the video. So I'm going to wait for it to be done. It's probably going to take about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, because it is generating a unique video that doesn't exist on the internet anywhere. But as soon as it's done, I'm going to be back straight away. All right, perfect. There we go. It's now come back with the final video. And I would say so far, it looks pretty decent. The fact that this doesn't exist anywhere and it was able to do a video like this from what I can see just from this still shot is amazing. But of course, I'm going to play the video. We're going to watch it. We're going to listen to it just so that you guys know exactly what type of video you can go away and make yourself with the help of Digital Maker AI. Let me just click on play.
Transform your health journey with our meal planner app. Track meals easily. Start today and feel amazing.
So that's it right there, guys. That is the video. So with this, I'm now going to be able to download it and I'm going to be able to use it as a Facebook ad if I want. And for those of you that are thinking about, Sam, I'm not really sure of exactly how to even set up my first Facebook ad. Well, don't worry, because what you can do in that case is click into ad library, come over here to start running meta ads. And what this is going to do is that it's going to take you through a couple different questions. It's going to ask you what type of ad you want to run. All you need to do is just answer the questions, let it know exactly what you're doing when it comes to the product that you're selling and the type of ad you want to run. For example, the product type is going to be a web app. I'm going to select it like that. I'm just going to let it know what the daily budget is. Let's say if I want to start off with $10 per day, I could definitely do that. If I click on generate prompt, what it's going to do is come back with this custom prompt that I'm going to be able to copy and paste into my favorite AI tool. In this case, we're going to use Google Gemini. I'm just going to paste it in there like this. Click on tools, click on canvas, click on submit, and just wait for it to come back with the step-by-step meta ads blueprint. And here we have it. It's now come back with exactly what I need when it comes to the 30-day roadmap of being able to launch my meta ad. It's letting me know exactly what I need to do on launch day. If I click into it, it's going to tell me what to do at the specific time, how to set up the campaign, what to do during the learning phase as the ad is maturing, make sure that I go through the first performance check and exactly what I need to look out for. And for those of you that haven't even set up your Facebook ad account yet, you're going to be able to do that by clicking into the beginner setup. It's going to give you all of the necessary steps. And it's also going to give you ideas on exactly what type of creatives that you're going to be able to make. But yeah, that's basically what goes into being able to use Google Stitch with the help of Horizons as well as Digital Maker AI to help you build an app that maybe might not be profitable straight away because there's always going to be a learning curve. But when you start learning how to use these AI tools more efficiently, you're going to be able to get more information and just go through the learning curve that much more quicker. But if you've enjoyed this video, you've learned anything, you got any type of value from it, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. And if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where in this video, I explain a lot more information when it comes to the world of being able to profit from a web app. You're going to be able to watch that by clicking the link on screen right now. This video has helped out countless people, and I'm sure if you're able to watch it from the very start all the way to the very end, it's going to be able to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.